It's the Goose to you, Mister Goose to you, man. I know, I'm a little late. I do apologize. I was on I was on another podcast. I had to get some things taken care of. But check this out today. When y'all come in today, man, I'm about to I'm about to do I'm about to do a reaction. I want to do my one of my first reactions uh today to Terence Crawford and my guy, Coach Malachi. Man, coach, if you watching, man, one love to you. Playback game, man. One love to the coach. Uh yes. Yes, man. This shit is yeah. Man, coach had a man, that interview he hit on point with it, y'all. So, man, with that being said, playback game. Everybody that's watching, one love, one love, one love. Like I said, it's the goose to you, Mr. Goose to you. Y'all tell them haters, Mr. Go get the haters on the line. Tell you haters that I'm on. I'm about to. Hey, it's for this show is gonna be for the haters. They asked the question: Is it Mr. Goose? Is it payback, or I mean, is it for a payday or is it for a legacy? Well, shout out to Coach Malachi because he gets all those answers. Shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford because this is another great interview. Uh, he did the damn thing, man. This presser, them three pressers, that was the shit. Riyadh and Saudi Arabia, New York and Vegas. New York, you got the push. Some say it was that. Some say like Canelo, Turk told him to do it. Look, man, it is what it is. We got it done, and that's how it's gonna go. So with that being said, let me get my shit going. Mr. Gold, one love to you, man. Get them haters on the line, man. Let them know because I got something to cook on. I'm about to get the grill started. Man, one love to everybody that's watching. One love, one love, one love. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Yes, sir, man. Another thing I might cook on. I don't know if I'm gonna cook on it today. I'm gonna cook on it this week though. Because it's a hot topic. I'm gonna play some shit. Look, P game. This shit going on about is B&B in the slums because mother juggers get knocked out, mother juggers lost. Yeah, we a gym that take losses, man. Yes. It went to as far as motherfuckers trying to put a curse out there, talking about B&B is cursing Bud. He's gonna lose against Canelo. Look at it. The record's just showing. Man, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. But with that being said,
It's the Goose to you, Mr. Goose to you. And I'm with my guys, Sugar J the Wise One and Kim the Baptist.
Yes,
and we are the apostles of the youth boxing community. And we're bringing It's Boxing to You.
It's the apostles and we come to lay of hands. Half step, weave the jab, uppercut, pick up your mans. It's Pastor Gucci Cam, Sugar J the Wise Man. We bring them to the light, make these haters understand. North side is where I stand. Nebraska, that's the land. We cancels out the jab from a southpaw stance. We beat the competition, knock it out with either hand. And we drop the link, so come and kick it with your fam. And we drop receipts, so keep your sources on hand. If you can't confirm that this facts, you spread propaganda. Make sure you hit the like when you subscribe to the channel. One love to the playback game and the panel. It's boxing to you.
It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. Represent the 402. B and Team Crawford, that's what we do. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you.
What it do?
Represent that 402. Team Crawford, B&B, yeah, that's what we do.
What up? Y'all know who it is. It's the Goose to you, Mr. Goose to you. They said we weren't gonna do it, Cam. They said we weren't gonna last in this bitch, but we here. The apostles of the YouTube boxing community. We laying hands on their ass. Y'all see what it is. We got Young Sugar J, the switch hitter from B&B, coming out 2023. One love. Y'all know what it is, huh? But y'all gonna see what it is. Mr. Gucci, you, Kevin the Baptist, Sugar J the Wise One, we are the apostles of the YouTube boxing community.
Man, one love, one love, one love, man. Yo, y'all that's in the building with me one right now. Beside the 815, one love to you, Mr. Gold, one love to you. Yeah, tell that nigga Q to pull up. I don't see him in the chats yet. Tell him to pull up, man. Pull up, man. Pull up, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So oh man, it's been long, man. Today's been a man. I was on gutters early this morning. Then you know, what I'm saying, went and did some running around. Got home around five something and jumped on another podcast because I was hearing what I was hearing. I didn't like what I was hearing because it's being said that and I get it. Y'all think BNB's in a slump. Y'all think BNB it's cool. We take some, we lose some. It comes with the territory of what's going on. Uh, but the other shit that's coming with it, y'all, like when I was coming up, we used to call it burning bread. You know what I'm saying? Stop burning bread on that man. Meaning wishing bad luck on the motherfucker because y'all see y'all signs. Um, look, I'm then I knew this motherfucker was coming. Look here, you know what I'm saying? This is for you haters, man. Shout out to Coach Malachi, shout out to Terence Crawford, man. That was a terrific interview. You can see how comfortable Bud is. You can see that uh how Bud has came a long way as far as interviews. Uh he spoke on a lot of stuff. So uh yeah, man, it was a nice interview. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Coach Malachi. Shout out to Coach Malachi, True Media. Man, y'all go subscribe to that, man, because Coach Malachi is the truth, man. I got love for him, man. With that being said, what's good, Tony Reviews? My biggest haters in the goddamn building. Y'all give the biggest hater some love. One love to Tony Reviews. Yeah, you probably one of the ones that's going with this nigga narrative too that Terrence Bud Crawford's in a slump, huh, Tony? I know, not Terrence, but B&B's in a slump, and that's gonna be hard for Toss. How do we figure out Terrence gonna win? Yeah, I get it. And he look, he say for the love of money. Yeah, it's not legacy, it's the money, huh? Right, we get it. What's up, baby girl? Jessica, one love to the queen. Man, one love to a queen, man. It's good to have you in the building, man. I know this is late, long time coming, but I got to get it up, man. If anybody know how to get in touch with Coach Malachi, let Coach Malachi know that I'm reviewing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a great interview. If y'all haven't seen the interview with True Media, man, y'all go check, go up and subscribe, man. Hit that like button, man. It goes a long way. Actually, hit my like button. It goes a long way. And then y'all see, look out for the channel. Uh, uh, we are. We are. I don't. Cam said his ticket is booked. My hotel room is booked. I'm getting on the road. Uh, July 10th. I mean, damn, September 10th. I will be on the road heading towards Vegas. So yes, man, y'all that helps support some brothers out, man. Cash appers, man. We gonna. Hey, my room is paid for. Everything's paid for. But if y'all want us to get in the fights, y'all might have to. Hey, cause I might have some for y'all. I might have some for y'all. Y'all might see me backstage. Y'all don't know where y'all might see me at. But with that being said, man, shout out to Coach Malachi once again. And let me get this going. Because I'm not trying to be on all night. I might not even open the panel tonight. I just want to get this cook session on. So let me get here. I might not. I don't know yet. Don't quote me on that. I might open it. I might see a hater or two. I might see a hater or two. Mr. Gold, don't be flirting with the queens either. Yeah, she is beautiful, but don't be your beautiful is be flirting. I do apologize, y'all, but Mr. Gold and beautiful is be flirting. We love Mr. Gold. Oh, Mace, my guy, Mr. Gold. Okay, so this is as you seen, this is right before they went to Saudi Arabia. Uh, Coach Malachi sat down with Terence Crawford, and this is what we got out of that.
Bud, man, it's been a long time coming, brother. Long time coming. I appreciate you. I know you're on your way flying out. Hey, I'm gonna ask you too. I'm gonna ask you too. Now look, I know you're gonna ready to go, but I'm looking at this fight. You saw Canelo Alvarez. You've been boxing for 17 years as a pro. I know you've been boxing longer than that, but as a pro, you've been boxing 17 years. Canelo been boxing for 20 years. On paper, this fight looked great because you got a 20-year guy in Canelo, been fighting for all that time, a lot of experience. You got your experience. You have 70 combined knockouts between the two, 104 victories between the two. You 41 wins, 31 knockouts. Canelo got 67 fights, 65 wins or 63 wins, something like that. And he had 39 knockouts.
I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize. One commercial.
What say you about that?
Man, I think it's a great matchup. You know, Canelo come from a smaller weight, just like myself.
Right.
I think he's been winning off of pure skill and power, like myself. And I just think we match up well together.
You know, the crazy part about it is Canelo been in the super middleweight division since 2018. That was the year. Well, I think the year before that, you relinquished your titles when you became undisputed at 140 in 2017. The following year, 2018, you beat Jeff Horn for the WBO title. That same year, Canelo was in the super middleweight division. He's been there for 7 years. What makes you feel like that you're the one that's going to be there, go up there, beat this guy at a weight that he's been acclimated at fighting in? He's been fighting bigger guys, beating some bigger guys, lost to Floyd, lost to Dimitri Bivol, but yet and still, he has stand power in that division. What makes you think you can be the one to go up there and do that?
I just feel like I believe in my skills and my ability to adapt to any fighter. Just like he was able and successful in beating bigger guys, I look at myself as the same. I can go up and do the same. A lot of people, they write me off. They say, "Oh, well, there's never been a smaller guy beat a bigger guy that was both great in a weight class."
Yeah, the big guy, the big guy, the skilled guy, always beat the smaller skilled guy. Yeah.
So I'm just ready to prove everybody wrong.
But see, this is the thing, though, Bud. A lot of people feel you should not be in this position. Right. David Benavidez didn't get to fight with Canelo. You said yourself, and I didn't learn this, so I saw you on Shannon Sharp. Shout out to Club Shay Shay. But I saw you on Shannon Sharp when you said that Bill Haney was the one that put the idea in your head that you should fight Canelo. Is that true?
Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Like, we really wasn't thinking about Canelo. Bill Haney was just like, man, forget Spence, because he knew Spence team. I wouldn't say Spence because he's the one that made the fight happen. Me and Spence. They really didn't want the fight to happen. I think they was trying to age me out, and as they see that it wasn't going in the right direction for them, they really just didn't want the fight for Spence.
You mean Team Spence?
Yeah. So Bill was just like, man, you need to just go out to Canelo. That's your Pacquiao fight. You need to go out to Canelo. He's not, crazy bigger than you. You can match up with him. You strong. You know how to box. I was just like, man, you're right. And then when there was talks about Spence beating me and him getting the Canelo fight, I'm like, hold up. You know what I mean? Like, Spence ain't gonna beat me, so I don't understand why they already premature already, like kind of walking him into his next fight with Canelo. So I'm just like, all right, well.
Do you have a car? Do you have a clean driving record?
Man, listen,
Did you know that you could pay as low as $39?
Shit, I want the Canelo fight. Since I beat him, let me get that fight. Let me see how I'll match up with another great fighter. Since it's always, the discussion, oh, I don't fight nobody, or I'm fighting washed up fighters, or this and that. So now what they're gonna say? Canelo's never lost at 168. So what would be the excuse now?
It's amazing you said that, because when you said that, I thought about the media, because over the years you have not gotten a fair shake from the media. But from what I've learned, when I'm here interviewing different people, they said that you was very difficult in the past. You didn't want to deal with the media. You didn't want to do interviews.
You
didn't want
to do this. You see why they I don't fuck with them. You know what I mean? They all fake. They all smile in your face, talk shit behind your back, talk shit behind, each other back, talk bad about each other. And then you expect me to sit here and fake the funk and give you an interview when you don't even like me, when you don't even like the person next to you. You know what I mean? You just dealing with them because y'all make money on content.
It's amazing you say that, because it's a lot of stuff that go on in the background that a lot of people don't know. You know the business of boxing. You've been involved in it knee deep. You got people who have YouTube channels. They feel that they don't like you in the past. They feel that they know more about the business of boxing, what you should be doing, taking advice, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, take whatever we give you. Jamil Charlo made the famous line saying, shut up, be quiet, and do what he tell you. Mm-hmm. Had you listened to all the naysayers, do you think that you would be in the position that you're in right now?
I don't know. That's why I laugh, because, everybody think they know it all. Everybody think they got it figured out and they know what's going on in somebody else's life.
That's right, brother.
Or, somebody else's business. They don't know what they talking about. You know what I mean? Like, for years, I was running from Spence. I was scared of Spence for years. They switched it and blamed me. I've been Jeff before Spence even came on the scene. I already had a name in boxing. Now Spence had a great marketing team behind him that pushed him to the level of stardom, and I can definitely, applaud.
Let me go here. I do remember, and I want to say it was on E-Thriller, and I was going against the right brothers. I was going against the wrong brothers. I was going against I'm on that bitch nigga's ass. I was against all these ninjas, and I was telling them, I said, Bud had the marketing of a mother jugging Earl Spence. Ooh wee. Terence would be on where he's at today, but probably on a higher level. But it took turkey out of sheep and some of these big fights like the Earl Spence fight, and him doing Earl Spence the way he did to where we get what we got today. And I just like hearing that part, like, I beefed about that. Bro, I debate about that. Oh, because they tried to tell me he wasn't big enough, only in Nebraska. And yet and still, where's he at today? And where's y'all guys is at?
All his team for the things that they done for him, but just the fighters that I fought, when I fought them, it's like you don't get no credit for beating these guys because in their eyes I'm just that much good. They just don't want to say I'm that good. They don't want to give me the credit and said, you so great, we knew you was gonna beat him, or you was supposed to beat him. But at the time of me fighting these fighters, it was he's too small for this fighter, or this guy's too experienced, or I don't think he's gonna beat this guy. He don't have a chin. It's all these excuses, before the fight, why they feel like I'm gonna lose. But come fight time, the whole script has changed. He was washed. Oh, he was this. He was damaged goods. Or he was this. He was that. It's cool. I'm at peace with it because A, they don't make me sleep better at night. They don't put food on my table. I don't gotta go home and see them every day. So why should I care, what they do or what they say? They opinions about me don't matter to me or my family.
You know the crazy part about it? What I used to always hear was Bud is a bad businessman.
Oh,
And I tell people, I say, well, bro, the man, I ain't pocket watching, but the man got a.
I love Coach Malachi. Coach Malachi is real life hitting it where it needs to be hit. And everything what y'all was saying. Y'all said he was a bad businessman. Now watch Terence Crawford answer this. Q, I hope you watching this. I'm hoping Q is watching this because this is what
They say they opinions about me don't matter to me or my family.
You know the crazy part about it? What I used to always hear was Bud is a bad businessman. And I tell people, I say, well, bro, the man, I ain't pocket watching, but the man got at least a 9-figure net worth. If he's a bad businessman, I need to be doing business like Bud.
that part.
You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So right. I just never understood that. When you was at 140, before you moved to the welterweight division, a lot of those people used to love you to a degree. Right. Well, especially on the social media, because you know what I mean? They used to love you. But it seemed like the issues came about when you moved up to 147. And I remember, not to piggyback on Spence, but I remember there was a press conference that your good friend Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, they fight. 2018. Spence was standing on the podium and he was talking about, Terence Crawford ain't fought nobody.
And like I said,
watch our coach break this.
Terence Crawford on the wrong side of the street. It's me. It's Danny Garcia. We got Sean Porter. We got Keith Thurman. We got Ugas. We got a lot of fighters over here. Who he has?
Derrick James in the crowd, smoking mirrors, this and that. He went to comparing your resume, saying what you did, etc. And I think at that time, that's when the social media people took sides. Spence was their guy. You coming from Omaha, Nebraska, small city, the home of Malcolm X. A lot of people don't know that. Is that why you have a chip on your shoulder?
No, I just always had a chip on my shoulder. I was always the black sheep in boxing, from the amateur days to, professionals. I always had to get it out the dirt. Yeah. I never had a fair shake in anything. I had to go take it. That so, part. It was frustrating, but it wasn't nothing new to me.
So I said to him, no, Nigel, not without the brie.
I do apologize. I got to go premium.
Coming up into the 147 division, I called everybody out.
That part.
Spence is the boogeyman. I want to fight Spence. I want to fight the boogeyman. Keith Thurman, the number one guy in the division. I want to fight Keith Thurman. And they all said the same thing. Oh, man, he ain't even got no title. What are we talking about him for? He ain't even fought in the division yet. I remember like it was yesterday. Okay, cool. I get a title. Hey, guys, I'm here. Now what?
That part.
Oh, man, he ain't did nothing. Now things change up. It's not, oh, he ain't got no title no more. It's, oh, he's on the wrong side of the street.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm at peace with how my career went, and frankly, I wouldn't change it one bit. You know why? Because it's my story. And my story is different from everybody else's story because I did it my way. When all the doubters and all the people was talking bad about me and, trying to throw dirt on my name and lying in the media about me and saying this and saying that, I just was like, cool, you know what I mean? It's cool. I'm going to do it my way. And if my way don't work, then it's going to be my fault. So I took a chance on myself, and made it work. Yeah. I made it work. So now, when I look back at my career, I don't have to have no regrets. I don't have to say, I wish I would have did this or I wish I would have did that. Everything is how I wrote it out and planned it out to be.
Today's show was sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. If you are in the city of Tampa, download the app Booksy. That's BOOKSY up here to book you an appointment. Let them know that Coach Malachi sent you, and you will receive a 10% discount. Foster's Barbershop is located at 1923 West Main Street, West Tampa, Florida, 33607. Not only can you book that honor seat, you will receive. He did an interview on my show, and he said that when he first met you, with Tim, and you will receive a 10% discount. Timothy Bradley, I spoke to Tim. He did an interview on my show, and he said that when he first met you, Cameron Duncan was your manager. Mm-hmm. And he said he sparred you back in 2011. I have to ask you this question. Terence Crawford. When I met Terence Crawford twice. I met him in Omaha, Nebraska twice, and I just left his gym not too long ago. Him, Bomac Red, all that stuff there. Bernie the Bouncer. Shout out to all the brothers over there. Saul, shout out to you guys. Crawford spoke about how you gave him his big break, in the sparring session and stuff like that. He was relatively an unknown fighter, and he said you gave him his big break when you guys sparred, and now he's a future Hall of Famer. Give the fans a backstory about how that materialized into where Terence Crawford is right now. The opportunity, of course, he put the work in, of course, but break that down for me, for people who don't know.
Well, first of all, I think I was getting ready for Devin Alexander, and then I had him for Pacquiao too. So I had him for 2 camps, but I was getting ready for Devin Alexander, and I was tip-top shape. I was sending everybody home. I was beating up everybody in the gym, sending them home, and I was running out of sparring partners. So I told my manager, Cameron Duncan at the time.
That was 2011. That was about 2011.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. And then so I called him up and I said, hey, I need a sparring partner, man. Like, I'm sending these guys home. Like, I need somebody that's durable, somebody strong, somebody tough. And he was just like, well, I'll send Crawford. I'll see if he can come out. So got in contact with Crawford, his camp, whatever. He flew out by himself. He came in the gym. I seen him sitting in the gym. He had these little plaits in his head, very dark skin, look kind of scrawny. He looked strong. You know what I'm saying? I already know, certain builds. I'm like, yeah, he looks strong. Very linky, quiet, didn't talk much, man. He warmed up, got in the gym. We started working. We started sparring, and I was like, oh my God, he was lighting me up. Every mistake I made, bing, 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 he was catching me, countering the shit out of me. And I was like, my gosh.
And this was in 2000.
So,
that was 2011.
So after the sparring session, I'm like, yo, I sat there, I'm like, damn, bust a lip and all. I'm like, man, I was sending everybody home. I'm like, this dude just walked through me like nothing. I looked at him, I said, bruh, you ain't no sparring partner. I said, man, what's your name? And he was like, Terence Crawford. And I'm like, man, where the hell you from? He goes, Omaha, Nebraska. I go, bruh. I'm like, you ain't no sparring partner. You a world champion. And he was like, oh, you really think? I was like, man, you got the goods. Look, listen to me. Every time I would try to step it up, because that's what I would do. I would go half-ass, and then, if they start getting the best of me, then I'll step it up. And if they start getting, then if they rise their game, then I rise mine. And I just kept rising my game. And I just kept trying to rise my game. Well, he rose his game. And I'm like, God, I was like, dang, this dude is different. Like, most guys would just crumble. Like, oh, you the champ, so I'm just going to lay down. He didn't lay down at all. He didn't take it easy on me. And I said, oh, my God. So it went from there. So I immediately, after training, I took him back to his hotel. And better yet,
this game,
I do apologize.
You're not ready.
He had no coach with him. Nobody would. Literally, they were giving him water, and that was it. He didn't have a coach telling him what to do. My coach sure as hell wasn't telling him what to do. And he just figured it out. And I'm just like, what the hell going on here? So then I immediately I left the gym, dropped him off at his hotel, at his room. Boom, I get on the phone, and I'm like, Cameron. I'm like, yo, where does God come from?
Cameron Duncan?
Like,
Cameron Duncan?
Yeah, he goes, what, he's no good? You're going to send him home too? And I'm like, hell no. I was like, bro, I was like, when is this kid fighting? He was like, what do you mean? I said, dude, what are you doing with him? And he was just like, well, nothing right now. He's kind of benched. He's, issues. He has issues outside of the ring, and so it's kind of benched. I'm like, bro, I was like, I'll buy him out his contract right now.
He said, Terence Crawford whooped my ass. And I was shocked because we never heard that story. You ain't never say nothing about it to nobody. Right. But Tim revealed that. He said, bro, like around that time, I was a world champion. I was sending sparring partners home left and right. And he said that he told you after the sparring session, I think he said you had several. He said you beat him. He said that he told you ain't no sparring partner. How was that? Can you say did that trigger something in you when you handled Tim the way you did at that time when he was kind of like that guy in his own realm? Did that tell you something about yourself?
Well, I always had belief in myself, but it definitely gave me the confidence, well, I would say more confidence in my abilities because around Omaha, everybody will always say, man, dude, you're going to be a world champion. You're going to be a world champion. Like, man, you cold, but it's Omaha. You know what I mean? Like, we got the whole world, you know what I mean, that we battling against. So I'll just always just be like, yeah, just take it in. But like going out there, and performing the way I performed against Tim Bradley, like, and him, just taking rides with me and talking to me and, putting me up on game and stuff like that. Like, I was just like, man, dang, like, I just want to fight. And I wasn't getting no fights at that time. So we shared the same manager and Bomac talked to Cameron, and Cameron didn't want to send me out there because he was like, he too small. Tim's strong and he fighting at 140 and Terence at 135. And Bo was just like, listen, if he can't handle the pressure, send him home the first day. But I assure you that he can handle it. He was just like, all right. It was like, I'm going to give him a day. And, you know what I mean? Tim was just like, oh, no, we keeping him in camp. I was his main sparring partner for that whole camp.
Man, that's amazing. And then he told me a story about how Cameron had called him and asked him, hey, because you fought on Prescott. And he said that it was kind of like a late replacement or something of that sort, a short notice. And he said, you think he ready for him? And Tim, this is what Tim told me. He said, look, no, Terence ready. He gonna beat him. And he said that Cameron wasn't sure, but you got that shot. And once you did that, I think that kind of like, everybody like, okay, wait a minute, whoa. And then, of course, you went all the way to the UK and beat him.
It was more so Bob Arum than Cameron.
It was Bob?
Bob made Cameron offer me to fight because, Bob watched all the fights.
Okay.
So Bob liked my style and, he was basically like giving me the opportunity, and Cameron didn't want to fight. So when he called me, he kind of like try to like brush it off. We can get a different opponent more easier. This guy's dangerous. He's a power puncher. I said, I don't care. He got a name. I want to fight him. You know what I mean? He was just like, I said, I want to fight him. It's like, all right. So in the press conference, he took it upon himself to go up on the podium and let the world know that he didn't have nothing to do with the fight. He didn't want the fight for me. This was a decision between me and my co-manager, Brian McIntyre / coach. So it was cool. I'm like, I'm sitting there laughing like this dude real life go up there and just, you know what I mean? Just try to
kind of like put you on blast or something.
Yeah. But it just basically like if he lose, then
it ain't on
me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like save his face. So when I won, you know what I mean? It was just like, yeah, like you didn't have nothing to do with this. You know what I mean? So I was just like, it didn't matter.
I mean that's amazing because you have been on an upward trajectory since then. You've been a champion since what, 2014?
Right.
Then when you beat on Ricky Burns.
Right.
Over there, you did it in dominant fashion. And then ever since then, you came back to the U.S. and every step up fight, you just kept winning. You know what I mean? You became undisputed. I remember a story that you said that you only just wanted to become a world champion. Look at it. 17 years later as a pro, look where you at. I've been around you in public settings, and when people see you, oh, that's Terence Crawford. That's Bud. That's Terence Crawford. Like, coming from where you come from, you came from the mud. People wrote you off. They looked at you as nothing and nobody, as a castaway. And now look at you now. Did you have the foresight? Did you foresee this?
Somewhat, but not to the magnitude that it is, because I always visualize just being a world champion. This this came with it. So as a little kid, when I'm in school and we writing down what we want to be when we grow up, or we talking about what we gonna be when we grow up, and all the kids saying the same thing. They want to be a police officer, a firefighter, or a basketball, football player. I'm like, man, I'm gonna be a world champion. I always said that ever since I was a little kid, I'm gonna be a world champion. And to actually become one, that was like the greatest feeling in the world. Like I didn't have to box no more ever just to be called a world champion. You can't take that away from me, and just keeping my head, grounded and keep working. It led me to, tackle, next goal, next goal, next goal, next goal, next goal. And that's how we got here right now.
But what role did, and shout out to Miss Deborah, what role did your mom play? Because I heard people online, they saw like the little documentary or whatever, and your mom saying how rough and tough she was on you. And I tell people, I say, listen, and I this is what the conclusion I came to. I said, had his mother not been as hard on him as she.
Shout out to Quentin Brandley. I was glad you came on board. I want to say this, and to anybody else that's going around with this narrative of Terence of B&B taking L's, that comes with the territory of having a great gym. Just like when Derrick James was taking all his L's. But with somebody with all these people from B&B that's taking L's, I mean, if they was, I like, it comes with the territory. That's all I can say. So everybody hit me up, and we just had a big spat about it. Look, we start off with So Cold. So Cold went 12 rounds, didn't get knocked out. Keyshawn, the fiasco with Keyshawn Davis, that threw the wrench and everything. What happened with Avius Griffin? Good fight. Hell of a fight. But y'all gotta understand, when y'all talk about B&B, y'all talk about the family, bro, it hits different a little bit. Them cats, because B&B is homegrown, so them cats from different cities, yeah. But they just now getting with the team. Avius Foster been with us, what, 2-3 years max, probably, if that. So Keyshawn, I mean, Bomac know these kids, but he don't know these kids like he know these kids of Omaha. If you know what I'm saying? So he can say what he want, he can say what he can, but else is expected, Mr. Q. Else is expected. What it is when you take an L, what you gonna do after that L? Because if I go here, your team, Derrick James, Earl Spence, and them took an L. After Earl Spence L, only one that wasn't taking an L was Anthony Joshua. After that, shit, where's Earl? Frank Martin ain't been in the ring since he got knocked out by Tank. I mean, this is what we doing. Since we taking L, shit, Derrick James took an L and then retired. Well, semi-retired. I don't know what he's doing now. But come on, man. Yeah, it's a humbling time. But and then to you jokers that's hitting me up talking about, oh, is this the curse for B&B? Bud ain't gonna win now. Look how many lost. Man, I don't want to hear none of that shit either. Y'all can save me on that. Put 500 on it. Put 1,000 on it. Back to Coach. Oh, before I go back to Coach, let me take this narrative out the picture too. It's a narrative going around with a lot of haters saying Bud's new man. That's Bomac little sister. He don't have a new girl. He came out, told his truth. Now y'all wanna put him with new females and all. That's Bomac's little sister. Stop. Just stop. Stop. So, and all you haters, man, y'all love to see where we at right now. Y'all love it. But peep game, peep game. We're gonna take some L's. We're gonna take some W's too. And along with them W's, we the only one two-time, about to be 3 times undisputed. That's your coach Malachi. What up, Kim?
He probably would be the man that he is today.
Sorry.
You get what I'm saying? So people looking at it like trying to tear you down, or maybe even your mother. But I'm like, no, y'all looking at it wrong. He had to go through the fire of affliction in order to get the way he had. If you wasn't raised the way you was raised, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation right now. I mean, that's just my assumption. What say you about this?
Oh man, I love it. You know, like I said, my story, I wouldn't change it for nobody. I keep my story the way it is because my mom, she installed things in me that, you know what I mean, nobody else could. It's like I'm unbreakable in my mind. You know, I've been broke so many times by the women that I love the most in the world. You know, nothing else that you can do to me or say to me can break me because, you know, she made me unbreakable, you know, at times. So it wasn't like she hated me or she was this. She was doing that because I didn't have my dad in my life. So she was doing that so I can work hard to prove her wrong, you know. So when she say, "Oh, you gonna go out there and get your ass kicked," and like lit a fire, and she know that because she know her son, you gonna go get your ass kicked, you know. My mom grew up, you know what I mean, around boxing her whole life. You know, my uncle, my dad, my grandpas, my uncle, my other uncles on both sides was boxers and wrestlers. So, you know, she knew the triggers to poke at her son. So
don't try this baking soda trick unless you're ready to last all night until she says stop. Last Thursday night, I thought my husband was having some kind of midlife crisis.
What the fuck is this shit, God?
For the 4th time.
And I come home and I win. It's like
my bad.
She taking my belt, showing people.
She proud.
What I mean? Yeah, she proud. Yeah, you thought I was gonna lose, but if I lose by 1 point, or if I get robbed and she watched the fight, and she like, yeah, they robbed you, but she'd be like, you should have knocked them out. Then they wouldn't have took it from you, and you still got your ass kicked. You didn't win. So that always let me know that I had to do more. I couldn't let it be close enough for them to take it from me. So there was precious moments that my mom was teaching me that I didn't understand at the time. So when I got older, it was just like, all right, you know, I'm losing right now, but that's not taken away from my focus. I can have all this stuff going on in my life, but when it's time to focus up and fight, this stuff don't matter. You know what I mean? Because I done been through way more stuff than that. You know, I'm locked in. I can be in a room full of chaos, and you know what I mean, people be like, man, how is you able to do all this, you know what I mean, and sit there, focus, and not be like, hey man, y'all get away. It's just because I grew up in that type of environment, so I'm comfortable in it.
You know, it amazes me because I remember after you beat Spence, you had so much praise for him, and I knew the hell that you went through online. People calling you, people who hated you, they hated Top Rank Toby, you know, take what they give you, this and that, and it came from, you know, a lot of these people online chose sides.
Our people,
our people chose sides, right? And you know, and they said some of the most salacious things about a black man that you can say, you yourself. But when you beat Spence that night, it sent shockwaves. Now this was 2 years ago, but it sent shockwaves. And one part I remember about that fight, I thought you was losing that particular round. I think it was the 7th round maybe, because you dropped him the 2nd time, and you backed up to the ropes, and I'm like, damn, Bud must have got tired. And looked like Spence was getting off, but then I realized you was setting him up, and then when he opened up to throw the backhand, you came with a uppercut. You had your guard up right here. And you came with an uppercut. And I was like, and then Spence just fell. Nobody saw the punch. Nobody saw the punch. And then when I went back and looked at it again, I was like, oh shit, because I'm looking at your eyes. Your eyes is locked in. You was laser focused that night. Again, he uppercut. And then when he opened up to throw the backhand, you came with a uppercut. You had your guard.
I'm sorry. I gotta replay that. Ooh, I thought it was the cross. So I seen this interview. I didn't know he hit with the uppercut. I thought it was the man. Look how this dude is cold. This dude is tough. Piece of
guard up right here. And you came with an uppercut. And I was like, and then Spence just fell. Nobody saw the punch. Nobody saw the punch. And then when I went back and looked at it again, I was like, oh shit, because I'm looking at your eyes. Your eyes is locked in. You was laser focused that night. And then you came with the uppercut, and then Spence was going down, and then you turned it over and tried to hit him again, but you didn't get a chance to hit him because he failed. Bro, like, did you practice that, or like what the hell that came
Everything that I do is calculated and practice, and throw on day after day after day after day after day, repetition.
Don't do that.
That way it becomes natural, and you start to do things that you don't even think about. Your body just started doing it. But that particular punch, I set it up because I walked back, intentionally. But yeah, man.
Look here, fellas. Especially niggas from Omaha. Don't come on my show with some bullshit. Please don't. And if you feel it's not bullshit, don't do it. For real. Because one thing I don't want to get out here and do it in 2025 is keep arguing and debating with look, I'm already debating about motherfuckers taking L's. So now we really about to nah, bro. Earl Spence face looked too fucked up to make shit be invincible punches, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that one. Don't do that one. Please don't. Respectfully. Don't do that on my shit. Don't feed the lions bullshit. Real shit.
Man, I'm still getting bashed about Spence, but my thing is I could have definitely, went out there and talked bad about the man and went crazy. But that's just not me. You know what I mean? Like, I never had a problem with him. And I stated that from the jump. Like, I'm a fan of Spence. I always have been, since he was in amateurs. I just hated the fact that, our people made it, so
toxic.
Yeah, like I have to hate him because I like Spence, or I had to hate him because I like Crawford. That's why I got so mad on the podium. Like, every time it's black and black together, we always got to try to kill each other. But it's not like that, with other races. Like, we don't never unite to do anything positive unless it's a funeral. Like, I just didn't see the fact of me going out there and kicking a man while he down, or bashing him, and trolling them and things like that. Like, I was getting trolled. I'm still getting trolled. But like I said, that don't affect me because you hate your life. For you to be on social media all day, every day, bashing somebody that you don't even know, hating somebody that you don't even know, you hate your life. You know what I mean?
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you.
Today's show was sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. If you are in the city of Tampa, download the app Coach Matt 23. Today honors seat, and you probably don't remember this conversation. We was at your mom's house. Sean Porter was in there. That's when y'all was playing dominoes, stuff like that.
Cards.
Cards and all. We had the fish fry. And I say, Bud, you're a way better man than me. You were so calm after the fight. I was like, man, because I'm a shit talker.
Yeah.
Oh hell no, man, niggas be calling me all this crazy ass shit. You gonna sit there and let these niggas talk about you? And then now you beat the guy who you were receiving. I don't know if you were receiving death threats. I know I was.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but you now you beat the guy who everybody was hating you over, and you say, no, man, Spencer's a good dude. I got a lot of love for Spence. You were so humble in victory, and you were so you showed so much class. Class that I never would have showed. I'm just being, I told you, I said, Bud, I said, you're a better man than I ever be. And I learned something that day, the way you handled that. Where did you get that calm and resolve from?
Man, listen, man, I'm blessed to even be here today. You know what I mean? Like, God grant me victory in war. You know, I gave the thanks to him. And Spence ain't did nothing but try to do the same. So why, you know what I mean, bash the man when we both, you know what I mean, trying to accomplish the same thing. We trying to feed our family, and we trying to be the best boxer and the greatest fighter that we possibly can be. People on the outside wouldn't understand it because they have never been in a situation like that. So it's easy for somebody on the outside to talk bad about, you know what I mean, boxers or basketball or football players or hockey, any sport. It's easy for them to do that because they can't do the sport that you do at the level that you doing it at. You know, they couldn't come close to it. So if you was to tell all these people that's trolling these fighters, the basketball players, hey, go out there and let me go see you make 3 threes from the NBA 3 in a row, real quick. They wouldn't be able to do it. They have all kinds of excuses. Oh, I don't play basketball, or I don't box, or I don't play football. But you got so much to say, and you know it all, but you can't do what I do.
You know, that be honest with you, Bud, I learned that's the nature of the beast on social media. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it.
It ain't even social media. It's just, you know what I mean? Even when people are at the round table, say you watching boxing with a couple of friends, and your boy think he know what he looking at. You know what I mean? And you telling him, nah, man, such winning. He like, man, nah, man. He doing this, he doing that. You like, bro, like, calm down, bro. Like, so now you getting in a debate with your boy because he think he's watching something that he's not, and you trying to, you know what I mean, coach him and help him understand the aspects about boxing and what's going on in the ring. And he's not trying to listen because he knows it all and he feel like what he's watching is right. You know, so when it comes to the scorecards and he's wrong, he's like, oh man, they cheated on, man. I felt like, you know what I mean, such and such won. That's why when you see a lot of fights like my fight, you see a lot of people say, oh, well, Madrimov beat him.
I was going to lead up to that question.
Madrimov beat him, not even close.
Let me talk about that real quick. Because one of my biggest haters, he loves to bring up Madrimov.
Madrimov didn't win a fucking round, bro. Are we serious?
We about to let Bud tell it. But this is something that a lot of haters come off with. And so when he explained it, if this doesn't explain it to y'all, because what y'all seen, this is from the fighter himself. But then still, some of you guys that's haters will say he's lying. But this shit right here, yeah, listen to Bud. But this, once again, shout out to Coach Malachi, our guy. When he comes to town, he fucks with me and Kim heavy. So it's a blessing to see him do this. And I gotta say this is one of the best interviews I've seen with Bud so far. He's comfortable. He's the way he's talking, the way he's letting it be known. Like nigga, it's really like a camera not even in the room. It's like Bud's talking to Cam, you know, type shit. Like, we just asking, man, this is a great interview. Shout out to True Media Sports and Coach Malachi. One love to my guy.
Not even close. I gave that guy, like, you know what I mean, 3 rounds max. And he's a good fighter. But I was comfortable. I felt like I could do whatever I wanted in that ring. Like, he was a little awkward at times, but You know, ain't no way in God's green earth did he ever beat me in that fight.
The thing that I noticed about that fight, and I'm gonna be honest with you, that a lot of people probably felt that you lost. Majamal, I watched quite a few of his fights, right? Mm-hmm. This guy fought you totally different. I'm like, damn, he was famed, and he was very patient. Mm-hmm. And you was getting hit with straight right hands in that fight. And I remember, because you licked your tongue out one time, you shook your head, but then when the championship rounds came out, you took it to another level. You went straight to his body. You were doing that, putting him at the whole fight, going to the body. And then that 10th round, 11th round, 12th round, you really.
What does it really take to stop a motivated, violent criminal dead in his tracks?
Came with the separation. Some people were saying that, oh man, Bud a little old that fight. Like you say, some say that, oh man, he probably ain't really win. Or, you know, now you talking about going up fighting Canelo and you ain't fought since you fought Majamal. You know, who you think you were, DJ Quick? You think you just gonna go and beat a guy, fight a guy? You got the nerve, the audacity to fight a guy who's pretty much the super middleweight.
Hold on, pause it real quick.
Pound for pound fighter like yourself, 4-division world champion like yourself.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I got a question, and I wanna pose this question to the chat and the people that's watching. So, if we fighting in a 12-round fight, okay, and the fight goes the distance, it goes 12 rounds, and every round you only land 2 to 3 punches. You only land 2 to 3 punches, and I'm landing, we'll say, 10 to 15 punches. So every round, I'm outlanding you 15 to 3 or 10 to 2. Who's winning those rounds? And granted, out of the 3 punches that I land, 2 of them might be straight right hands. So we can say he's landing the straight right hand. But if I'm only landing 2 to 3 punches out of the round, who's winning that round? Please, somebody let me know.
My bad.
Himself, 2-time undisputed like himself, but you did it in 2 different divisions. If you were to beat Canelo this time, you know, this fight coming up on September 13th, you will be 3-time undisputed. Like, Canelo is a different animal. He comes with pressure. He's not the biggest super middleweight. He's beating bigger guys. And it's kind of hard for some people to see, but damn, you know, Bud ain't going to beat this dude. Canelo won't break him down. You're going to start running like Jamel Charlo. What say you to people who say that you're going to run?
That's what makes the fight so great, because they don't know. That's what you're going to tune in for, you know, because everybody got all these questions. Is he going to knock me out? Is he going to walk me down? Am I going to run? Can I hurt him? Is he going to knock me out? Can I take his power? You know, am I old? That's why you tune in to the fight. All your answers and questions will be answered come September 13th. And that's the beauty of boxing. You know, nobody knows, because at any given Saturday, anything can happen in boxing. So that's why I just laugh and lick my chops at people that write me off and people that say things that makes me laugh.
You like that. You like being challenged. You like proving the doubters wrong.
I love it because I've been doing it my whole career, and I love the excuses on their face.
Let me say this. That comment right there, that statement right there is the reason why. The reason why we got Bud winning. That statement right there. Because he's been doubted his whole life. That's one thing about us ninjas from Omaha. We've been damn near, y'all don't look at us like everybody else. We gotta prove a point. From hip hop to acting. Hell, Gabrielle Union from here. But shit, it didn't take Gabby to do this shit. It took Bud. Now look at us. We just got three. We got 4 kids from Omaha. Went to the NBA drafts yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You got young Boom Boom J not trying to come out and do their thing. You got young Reno. Oh my gosh. So the next chapter of B&B is coming. While y'all sitting here, no, they're building. They got a young set of youngins in their teens that's coming.
Listen, they don't even know about young Jasmine Garcia, who just was at the Junior Olympics, man, getting busy. They don't know about the debut of Bree Parker, nigga, soon to be women's heavyweight champion of the world, nigga. That's who gonna beat Clarissa. Ooh, you heard it here first, nigga. That's who gonna beat the GOAT, nigga.
They trying to curse us. They trying to put the curse on us already, fam.
That's who beating Clarissa, nigga. Bree Parker. Watch.
Parker, okay. So what I'm saying, what we getting at though is this, man. We getting at like y'all keep doubting us. Y'all keep doubting the champ. And when he put you up under, and here's the thing. I said this earlier. I don't know if y'all heard me earlier. Avis, whatever no Griffin is from Chattanooga. He's not here 24/7. Keyshawn, he's from Norfolk, Virginia. They're not here 24/7. They're here what? A couple months out the year to train, and then go to Colorado Springs. So when it comes to they are part of B&B, but the B&B family, that's different. It's different. It's way different, fam. Yeah, we took some L's, dude. You know what I'm saying? We took some L's. We did. What did you mother jokers want us to do? Cry? Do y'all want us to be upset, disappointed? Damn, L's happen, man. It's what you do after the fact. So did you think them L's gonna stop B&B? Ask that part. Ask that question to yourself, sir. Because where's your guy? We ain't seen him in almost 2 years. 2 years, Q. 2 years. And Griffin also fought a hell of a fight, 10 rounds. Hell of a fight. Talk about when you hit me up, you didn't tell me about it. You put old buddy on his ass too, though.
Wait, we haven't seen Arrow fight since the Bud fight, have we?
Bro, we ain't seen Earl fight since Bud. We ain't seen Tanks. I mean, we ain't seen Frank Martin since fight nobody since Tank. We ain't seen who else? Shit, Ryan left you and got on PEDs. What else? Who else? Who am I missing?
I'm just talking about Arrow specifically.
No,
We haven't seen Arrow in the ring.
No, we're talking about since somebody talking about B&B camp. We're talking about camp. Let's talk about camps now. Where's that Dallas camp at? Where's that Texas camp at? Where's Charlo? We're in Charlo. We ain't seen Charlo since Canelo. So don't come spreading. Don't come. Oh, we taking L's. Yeah, we took some L's, bro. We took L's. We took L's.
But can we keep it all the way of being like, bro? It was 14 seconds left in the fight. He took the L. It is what it is, right?
Right.
But like, why are we attributing one fighter's loss to the entire gym?
No, they're saying
as if everybody is on the same thing.
No, listen how this is going. This is how they doing it. Soko lost in the 12th round. Keyshawn crash out. Kelvin's lost. Now and then ends with the KO. This is what we're talking about. So now
shout out to DB3. Shout out to DB3, but I mean, let's keep it funky. Kelvin wasn't even the most skilled out of all of the brothers. Kelvin was probably, I mean, if we talking raw talent, Kelvin was probably the least out of the three, respectfully.
Hey,
And
let me
all of these guys are great fighters. And I
check this out.
say that as somebody who rocks with the camp 1,000%.
Check this out. We got 7 minutes left. Let's finish this up and let's get to cooking.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
People attribute one fighter's loss to the entire gym. All right, okay.
Let's go. Hold on. Let me finish this up.
I love the hurt. You know, they face looks
Yeah, the look what they
when
say,
you know what I mean they wrong. When they hate you so much, you know, and all you do is win, and you win in great fashion, and you ain't cocky, you ain't boastful, you don't walk around with this big entourage, and you just real, and they just hate it because they want you to be something that you're not. They want you to be who they want you to be. So they hate that you yourself.
They're projecting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want you to wear what they want you to wear. They want you to have the girl that they want you to have. You know, and when you do the opposite and do what you want, they don't like you. They say, "Oh, man, that dude, he got all that money, but man, he don't know how to dress." Or man, look at his girl, man, or look at this, or look at that. I don't like his hair.
All shit that don't even fucking matter in the grand scheme of things. The man is still undefeated in the history making boxing. He winning.
Worried about what another grown ass man doing with his life, his time, what he's putting on. Like, I don't care about materialistic things. Like, that don't move me. I'm gonna be me, whether you, anybody else in this world like it or not. I'm gonna always be me, and I'm not gonna never stop being me for nobody.
A couple more questions because I know you got to go. Turki Al-Sheikh.
Yeah.
Is he good for the sport of boxing?
Great for the sport.
Timothy Bradley don't like him.
It don't matter what Tim like. It don't matter what Tim like.
And I know that's the guy, but I'm just saying.
That's my big bro. But
yeah.
In that sense, you know, it don't matter what he likes. He's not fighting.
Tell it, bud.
But I can tell you one thing for sure. If Turki wasn't involved in boxing, none of them fights would have been made. Till this day, none of them fights would have ever happened.
Is the money as good as they say it is?
Man, listen, like I said before, none of them fights would have ever been made. Ever. Definitely not on pay-per-view.
They talking about changing the ring size to 18 feet.
I ain't heard of it.
You heard of that? Okay, cool. So, I know you're a firm believer of skills paying the bills. Does it matter what size of the ring?
It does matter. It does matter.
Why?
Because you give a pressure fighter the advantage when you know what I mean, cut down the ring. So a boxer, you know, we used to a natural, normal size ring. So
for those who don't know, what's a normal size ring?
You know what I mean? 20 by 20, something around like that.
Okay.
So you cut it down to 18, that's a big difference, you know, but still ain't gonna matter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It matters in some cases, but not all cases. Because, you know what I mean, some people still don't know how to cut off the ring.
Right.
so it don't even matter.
Do you and Canelo, got a good rapport? Like, there's no animosity between them?
No, not at all. I ain't got no beef with Canelo.
All right, but look, bud, I know you're finna get ready to go. Let everybody know what to expect. What can they expect from you from this point
listen,
forward?
Y'all know what I always say. Expect fireworks from me. I'm coming to bring it. I'm looking forward to being the first, again, 3-time, 3-weight undisputed champion of the world. It always started with me. Just remember that.
Ooh.
It started with me with the undisputed in the 4-belt era. I was 3rd.
Facts.
But before that,
yeah, Bernard Hopkins and Jermaine Taylor.
It was so long, people wasn't even talking about it.
Facts.
That's how long it was until I started talking about undisputed. I was the first to become two-time in 2 different weight class.
Facts.
I'm gonna be first to be 3-time, 3 different weight class.
I gotta ask you this last one. Is this a cash out fight for you, bud?
Man, listen. Why everybody say it's a cash out fight?
You fighting Canelo. You fighting Canelo. When people get in the ring with Canelo, you know how they fight. They freeze up. They be scared.
So is it a cash out for him? Because he fighting Terence Crawford.
He might look at you might be a champion for.
So besides Floyd Mayweather, who is bigger than you?
Somebody that he's fought from a name standpoint?
Like
name stature?
Yeah. I don't think Triple G was bigger than me at the time.
Some people might argue that.
He probably had more backing because he was a knockout puncher. You know, but when you look at the records and the titles and the accomplishments, I don't think so.
I don't know, but people might be looking at you like you being kind of arrogant and cocky right now.
I ain't arrogant and cocky. I just think that, you know what I mean? At the
That's
time that
facts.
he fought
That's true.
Canelo, I was in my mind, I was bigger. I ain't being cocky. That's me being honest.
All right. Well, Bud, look here, man. Thank you so much for taking the time out. I know you got to get ready to go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Much love, my brother.
For sure.
Thank you for watching this episode. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, turn on the bell notifications. That's so you will be notified.
Shout out Coach Malachi, man. Shout out True Media
and leave
Sports.
your comments below. Tell me what do you think.
Yeah, shout out Coach, man. He doing his thing.
Man. Shout out Coach Malachi.
That was a dope interview.
So peep game. Is it legacy or is it money? Once again, he tells us it's for legacy, but we got the haters like Mr. Quentin Bradley will quickly tell you that it's for the money. Tony Reviews, it's for the money. The haters will come and tell us it's for the money. Why this man is telling us it's for legacy. He's going for 3 times undisputed, something that everybody else is chasing. But hey, y'all want to talk about that. Shout out to Coach Malachi. Coach Malachi, like I said, is one of the best interviews I've seen with Terence Crawford. He was poised. He was cool, calm. It was like 2 homies talking. And I like how Coach did not sugarcoat shit. He didn't sugarcoat shit. Remember, he even let him know, nigga, they was calling you Top Rank Toby. You know, he let him know that he was getting death threats. And see, Bud didn't know all the shit that was going on, but he know now. What you gotta say, Kim? Talk to us.
I mean, it was a fire interview. I like how, you know, really he kept it natural. They just kind of chopped it up. You know what I'm saying? He kept it barbershop conversation with a lot of the things that you would hear some of the fans and casuals and you know, even content creators and social media and stuff like that say. You would hear him kind of, you know, speaking on kind of the general consensus of what you would hear in a lot of these boxing groups and channels and shows and etc. Right? So all the way 100, it's like when you hear that, it's hard not to go hard in your training. Like if you really, you know what I mean? Like on some dog time, you feel me? Because some of the things that you hear be so egregious, so disingenuous, it be such BS. You know what I mean? It's so misleading. It's so like outright wrong that it's like, man, I want to go knock these motherfuckers out just so I can prove all these niggas like wrong. I can shut everybody's mouth. Like, and at the end of the day, whether it was for money or legacy, right? Let's call a spade a spade. The man's legacy is already cemented. Like Bud is already a walking Hall of Famer. He's a walking boxing Hall of Famer while still active, right? The man had already had his fist casted. This is unheard of, right? So between me and y'all, his legacy is already cemented. It's already set in stone. Like he could have retired yesterday and he was still going first ballot. Like, why not get paid? I ain't mad. I'm not mad at the man for making no bread. See, one thing I'm never gonna do is hate how a man get his money, hate how a man feed his family, and hate how a man come up and it's not even on no Hollywood shit, because I had the same conversation personally with Big Baby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jared Anderson. Shout out Big Baby. I chopped it up with Big Baby right here in Omaha, here at Five Guys. Five Guys, you know what I'm saying? And we I ain't approach cuz on no groupie shit. I talk to him like we homies, nigga, like we family. But I just asked him, hey my nigga, what happened? Like, you know what I mean? And he told me flat out, honestly, my team didn't want me to take that fight. My camp didn't want me to take that fight. Bobman was pissed that I took that fight. But the money. And I said, salute, my nigga. I understood. I completely understand. Get paid, bro. Take care of your family. Do what you need to do. Handle your business. You know what I mean? So I'm never going to knock a man for going to get his bag, going to chase his bag, right? But at the end of the day, this man has already cemented his legacy by the fights that he's taken. Like, it's not our fault that a lot of y'all were witnessing greatness, but you called it everything but that. Y'all refused to recognize it when you actually had it in your face. And I said this a long time ago, Gooch. This man's career is going to be like, it'll be written about and talked about long after he's gone, but they're not going to give him his credit while he's active. We're not going to see people give him his credit until we see the ESPN 30 for 30. Until you see you understand what I'm saying? Where they go back and they look at, man, damn, he really was doing the damn thing. Damn, he really went out here and handled business and took care of, you know what I mean? Damn, his legacy was top notch. See, right now with the social media and you know what I mean, the guys that have larger platforms, you know what I mean, running around spreading this propaganda and this misinformation, in my mind, this does nothing but help build and boost the stardom, the name, and the legacy, because now the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that they talk about and whisper about in dark corners of the rooms. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they talk about, they make up stuff. You know what I mean? We already see the factual shit on paper, but now they in the corners still making up stuff to help them console with the fact that the nigga that they was hating on went out there and did what they said that he wasn't going to do, and they said he couldn't do. Every single time he proved them wrong.
Hold on,
Every time he wins is like a good check.
Hold on. What? No, you can't say that. You can't say you gotta do our phrase. What did he do, sir? What did he do? He nipped it in the bud.
He nipped it in the bud. Like, we listen right then and there, because his entire career he's been the smaller guy, too small. He's from Omaha, Nebraska. What the fuck is Omaha? What great fighters have come from Omaha? Who we know from Omaha? I ain't had nobody. I ain't had no champions. All y'all got up there is the Cornhuskers. Y'all ain't even got no pro teams. Little bitty ass Omaha. So we've been the underdog our entire career. We walked in the door with nobody wanting to take a chance on us. You understand what I'm saying? Like, y'all heard Tim Bradley outright say it himself. When he met Bud, the first thing he did was call Cameron Duncan. Hey, what y'all doing with this dude? And Cameron said, well, he kind of benched right now. They was going to bench one of the greatest fucking fighters in the world. One of the greatest fighters in our generation that we've gotten a chance to actually lay eyes on and see. They had him on the bench. They was shelving that man. They didn't know what to do with him, how to move him, because, man, he's from this small-ass town, this small-ass market. We really don't even know what to do. He don't talk a lot of shit. He don't talk crazy. He not a crash out. He not going to play you know what I'm saying? He not going to play the coon game. Like, he not going to do none of that. He's just blue-collar, hard-working, We point out, hey, that's where you fight next. All right, cool. Set it up. Go sign his name on the dotted line and go back to the gym, start working. Day of the fight, show up to the fight, make weight, go out here, beat shit down the leg of his opponent, come collect his check, and go back home. They didn't know what to do with that. They didn't know how to handle that. They didn't know how to deal with that, right? The first thing Tim said, well, you're not a sparring partner. You're a world champion. Hey, man, I'll buy this man out of his contract right now because he saw something.
What about the
You know
part
what I'm saying?
if he wouldn't coined not coined what I'm saying, he wouldn't put it in Cameron ear for him to fight Bradley Prescott, we wouldn't have seen greatness start. Because like he said, if you listen to it, he said Cameron didn't even want to fight Bradley Prescott. He said he was
exactly.
He said,
exactly.
Bob said, well, let's see. My whole thing was with Bob. This has been, and I've talked on this a long time ago, and I think I'm about to bring this show back. But if Bob would have did what goddamn Turk Allen Sheik is doing, Cam, you remember? I forgot who show you was on when we talked about this, and you said shit. But it was who was it? It was Bud was fighting somebody else, but it was it who am I thinking of? Lomachenko. It was Lomachenko. They had Lomachenko fight on WWE that was like a month away. But Bud fight was, you know what I'm saying, like the next week.
Yeah, they had during, like that's what I was saying about Top Rank pushing other fighters and promoting other fighters. Like we'll get a Tyson Fury or a Lomachenko commercial and it ain't even a week to fight. These niggas is not even scheduled to fight. They not even on the books. But we getting a Lomachenko Matrix commercial and it's Bud's week to actually fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? It's Bud's week to fight, and the only thing that we saw was a very small ticker in the bottom corner of ESPN. So if you don't have ESPN, you didn't know he was fighting. If you didn't follow his career personally, you didn't know he was fighting. You know what I mean? Granted, yes, ESPN is the worldwide leader in sports, and it's the big, one of the largest athletic markets in the world, right? But if you don't tune in or you don't subscribe to it, you never know what's on unless you just scrolling through the channels and just, boxing's on. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, whereas when I turned on my PlayStation 4, and on the home screen, I see Porter versus Spence. I leave my house. I drive down my street. The bus drives past me. Right on the side of the bus, Porter versus Spence. So what the fuck? These niggas not even from here. They not even fighting here. They posting this shit everywhere. It's on TV. It's on billboards. It's commercialized. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of things that I felt he didn't get the proper push in my opinion. But other guys were getting promoted and getting pushed, although he continued to win. And he was making waves and making noise and making history. And this is honestly like next to Tyson Fury. And the only reason is because he's a heavyweight. The heavyweights get paid the most. But next to Tyson Fury, Terence Crawford was the top earner at Top Rank. He got paid the most. He got paid more than everybody. He's getting paid. He's winning. He's making history. But you're not giving him the push to make that man a star. Sorry. It's just not. You're not marketing them. You're not advertising. You're not promoting it. You know what I mean? You're putting the fights on and you're footing the bill for the fights. So from a business perspective, I understood what Bob was saying with some of the things that he was saying, but that's not something that you say publicly about your fighter. That's damaging. And the last thing you do is damage business. You
But
don't you don't you don't try and sabotage your
somebody,
product and your fighter, which
so
is that'll effectively fuck up your bottom line. That's bad for business.
so you gotta understand. From my understanding, somebody must have put in word to Bob that shit, but it's not. He ain't looking good. He don't want to stay here no more. That's how I took it. Because as soon as his contract was 6 months up, that's when you start hearing, I'm losing money on Terence Crawford. This, and that. This, and that. Like, nigga, no, you ain't. Stop lying.
Well,
Stop lying.
I mean, the first time he signed, he re-signed back, and I felt like he shouldn't have because of those reasons, the promotional reasons. Well, by the time it was time for him to leave, and get out of there that second time, we knew it was time to go to Floyd route. This nigga's not promoting and pushing you the way that we feel like you actually are worth being promoted and pushed. Then fuck it, buy yourself out and take a chance on yourself. Go get it. You know what I mean? Market yourself out there, and see who else might want to come holler at you and get some money with you because you're one of the greatest fighters in the world. Like you're one of the biggest names in boxing. You're one of the greatest talents in boxing. Hell yeah, somebody gonna want to get some money with you. So put your feelers out there. Let's see. But if all else fails, put a couple dollars behind yourself. Bet on yourself and go get it. You know what I mean? But the one thing that I'll say about it is he got a lot of flack for staying with Bob because a lot of people saw some of the same things that we did and felt like he should have left. Now, what I'll say is this: when it comes to making the money and feeding your family and doing what you got to do, a lot of y'all work jobs that y'all don't fucking like in careers that you don't even have a degree in, all in the name of feeding your family.
But Bob,
Okay, so
hold on.
what?
Let me,
How do you leave a job? Yeah, no, hold on. How do you leave a job or a company, Gooch? You didn't just up and quit
no, you put your 2
and
weeks
cut
notice.
off your money. You went and found another job that paid. You understand what I'm saying? And then you transitioned and moved over. You didn't just quit and walk out unless you wanted to spend some time broke, put up on the shelf, not making no money. So, same thing. Only this is at a higher level with millions of dollars on the line. Like, I can't just cut out the contract because that's gonna fuck up my money. That might fuck up my future money. That'll fuck up the brand. Like, I gotta let the clock run out. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me fulfill all the means of this contract. And if I fulfill my side of it, I got it written and recorded every time you didn't hold up your end of the contract. I'll fuck around and sue you and get some extra bread out this shit because you didn't handle your business. I did what I was supposed to do. I showed up when y'all had me show up. I fought when y'all had me fight. I won, trained. I did everything. But you were supposed to get me this fight with this guy by this date, and you didn't do it. So you didn't hold up. Give me money. So now that you know you got to pay up and pay out, and you know this is coming, now comes the public sabotage because you on the way out the door. I'm about to lose the biggest cash cow and the biggest name I got. Well, I could buy a home in Malibu. I could build a house in Malibu for the money that I spent on Terence Crawford's fight. That was a sabotage move. But
Can I go
it
here?
came back and bit you because now the man, you let him go. And like the Floyd move that came back and bit you in the ass, this man is now with the biggest promoter in the history of boxing. Got more money behind him than a little bit now.
And from my understanding, since they did so good Now with just boxing, just Riyadh season alone. If I'm not mistaken, they're getting like 850 million a quarter now.
Yeah. And
And it
guess who's the
was
face of Riyadh season?
well the face of boxing for Riyadh season because Riyadh season is more than
Right.
is boxing.
It's
10
more than just. But I'm saying, guess who's the face of athletics and boxing for Riyadh season?
the boxing is Bud.
Like
Now,
blank.
no, but here's the point too. Here's the point too. Who could have been the face of Riyadh season and dropped the ball? The guy who we seen fight on YouTube this past weekend, Bomb Squad himself, Deontay Wilder, was supposed to be over there, but them guys are so loyal to PBC, to a company that ain't loyal to you. Now look at everybody at PBC right now scrambling, but they want to stay loyal. And let me go here. Let me go here. What I like about this interview was this: if nobody got it, then y'all should have got it now. Bud stayed with Top Rank because of loyalty, because Bob gave him a chance when Cameron Duncan, his own manager, didn't want to give him a chance. The Brady
Facts.
From there, he rose and became a champion. So when it was time to leave Bob, he was like, I'm going to give you one more chance to see what you're going to do, basically. You can't give me the fight I want because you couldn't give me Pacquiao. If you can't give me the fight with Earl like we keep claiming for, I'm gonna have to leave. So when Bob got that
Facts.
information, and I ain't gonna say got the information, he told Bob what was gonna happen. And as soon as the time started ticking, it started getting slower, started getting closer. And closer and closer. Nah, I'm losing money on Terence Crawford. I could have bought a house in Malibu off of Terence Crawford. Money I lost on Terence Crawford. But in
Because
the
that felt
same,
like he didn't think he was going to leave. Look, nobody wanted to spend no money on you and take a chance on you before. The guy that had you put you up on the shelf. Like, do you really want to go out there and risk losing all of what you done had and built? I'm the only one willing to pay you. That's what it felt like to me. It was like, nigga, I'm leaving.
and before I leave, I need 10 million that he won. Let's go here real quick. I said it earlier, and I want to say this again because it's a lot of you guys that's real life hating. But I'm not saying any of you guys on here. Some of you might in my chat. Some of you might, but it's a lot of you guys that's hating. Don't go to different panels running with this narrative of Bud's being a cheater and he's cheating on nah, bruh. Yeah, he told y'all what happened. He
Wait.
admitted it.
Who
Hold on, I'm about to tell you.
cares?
No, I'm about to tell you. But no, they got this picture running around. Hold on, let me show you what's. Let me really pull this up and let y'all stupid motherfuckers
I'm
know some
like,
shit.
who cares?
No,
Like,
because
see, this is where niggas is being weird, right?
it ain't.
Because this is we supposed to be talking about boxing. If we talking boxing, we talking about this man inside the square circle competing. I don't give a fuck who he's fucking. I don't give a fuck what he's driving. I don't give a fuck how much money he's making. I'm only talking about this man in the squared circle competing under the big lights with the gloves on. What he does in his spare time, I don't give a fuck.
But check this out.
If
And look
it's not affecting him winning,
who it is
give a
though,
fuck
fam.
what he do.
Look who he's with, fam. And if I'm not mistaken, ain't this Bo Mac little sister? Oh, what? That's no good. That's the sister, right?
Bro. Bro, that's weird. Bro, that's they people, but oh man, it's not even. Listen, if you not in the camp, if you don't know, you won't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Bro,
at
I
the
can
end of
pull up.
the
Hold on, time out. Let me go here with that. I can pull
people
up four.
always gonna,
I
on the
can pull.
outside
Hold
looking in, they gonna make
on.
up shit. They gonna make up narratives.
This is what I'm gonna do because I'm about to end this shit. I'm gonna end this shit because I wanna cook again later on this week. But I'm gonna pull up 4 or 5 different fights where she's in the crowd with the family.
Right.
No, I'm me and you on this. We know, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
stop running. See, and it's shit like this. It's shit like this
That's
that
like,
got.
yeah, that's gossip, nigga. That's like chick gossip, nigga. Like, nigga, this ain't baddies of boxing. Who gives a fuck? This is a warrior sport, nigga. It's a blood sport.
But this is what I'm saying. What I'm tired of is these ninjas going around hating, spewing false narratives. That's why we was just on the last show. I have to really
Yeah.
down because it was false narratives, and motherfuckers don't be feeling that they spewing false narratives until they hear themselves. Then when they hear themselves, it's like you really gonna stand on what you just said, knowing that you're wrong.
Oh man.
I'm about to ride out. I want to end it on some couple more things though. I'm gonna go here once again. This shit about BNB is losing its luster. BNB is having issues. We taking losses. That's what camps do. I haven't seen a perfect camp yet.
Wait. See,
I'm gonna let
this
you
is
cook.
but hold on,
I'm gonna
Gooch. This the shit I be talking about, right?
let me
They
get this
didn't.
off.
They won't even give these niggas credit for making history.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you
Let me get this.
understand what I'm saying? Like they haven't even gave B&B credit for the work that they've done and the work that they've contributed. Like, see, I can talk about, because they say it's only Bud, right? But they won't even give Bud credit for the fact that he's 2-time undisputed. He's multiple division champion. He's multiple lineal champion. I mean, he's been the man in every division he's fought in, the best fighter, right? They won't even give credit to B&B for that. They won't give credit to B&B for having Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis and the whole DB3 and Jamel Herring, and they
We
won't
got
give B&B credit for training Chris Eubanks
listen.
and
Hold on,
making him a
Cam.
champion. And
Cameron, you gotta listen. We gotta stop this narrative too of saying Shakur is not part of B&B. He just trains with them on certain occasions. He is not part. He gets nowhere.
not anymore. No,
Never,
and
no, I
he
understand.
don't be here full time. He
Bro.
just
I'm going off what everybody. Bomac could tell you. Shakur is never B&B.
He was.
Never.
That's what I'm saying. He was never necessarily. Well, I won't say that because
Was
a part
cool.
of because the Jamel fight, he was in the camp. He was in the gym,
No,
heavy.
that was like okay. This is how it goes. This is from what I'm understanding. This is what I was told. This is how it goes. When Bud goes to camp, Shakur camp, because usually they fight around the same time. They intertwine their camps together.
They do. Why
So,
not? We all
but
fight together. Yeah,
hold on.
but
But
it's
Bomac and them strictly don't want that narrative out here of B&B of Shakur being part of B&B because of Shakur's grandfather not getting the credit because they
that's what I was
giving
about to say. He's his own camp. He's his own entity. He's his own name. His
so
grandfather is also
yeah.
his
So
coach.
his grandfather's not giving his grand because he's cool with Bud and them. His grandfather, his camp is not getting that credit of you know what I'm saying of him because he's been intertwined with B&B. So
That's what happens when you start. But see, that's what happens when you attach your name
hold on, listen,
to a bigger fighter.
but listen what I gotta say though, bro. But we knowing the situation is not going to push that shit. I'm not gonna push that shit because he's not part of BNB. He's just cool with Terrence. Just like
That's
Terrence is
what happens when you attach your name to a bigger fighter.
okay. If
This
that's
is
the
what
case,
happens.
no, I understand that, but I'm not gonna push it. I'm saying Xbox News is not gonna push that narrative. That's what I'm asking. Let's not push that narrative. We know the truth. Let's push the truth. He's not BNB. He's Team Shakur. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. I don't want to push no false narratives because simple fact of the matter, it comes back. Oh, Lay said. Then it comes back. Oh, Goose, your channel's pushing false narratives. No, I'm not doing that from now on. When I get told something, I'm just going to put it out here. What it was told to me. No, he's not. Like I said, he's not part of the team. Yet they're intertwined. They do a lot together, but they're not. He's not being B. Point blank. He's not getting BNB is not getting paid by Shakur Stevenson. Period. So if he's not getting paid, what that means? He's not being beat. I'm just saying that's how it was broke down to it. I'll say it. I will not. I'm not. I'm trying not to put false narratives out there. There's too much of it going on already. I'm debunking all this shit. And then so let's get back on these L's because like I said, when camps take what I was getting at with these camps taking L's, Derrick James camp, uh, 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 what's Jamal Joel Diaz when he was taking slumps did we question it? Did we question this camp? Did we question who else? Like I don't get it. But as soon as BNB and I get it, I will call it. Can we agree? This is my opinion. This is what I will call it. The pastor will call this. I will call this the trainer of the year curse. Every time they get trainer of the year, I ain't seen too many back-to-back trainer of the years. Have you? Has
I
anybody
don't
seen?
think I do.
I don't know any back-to-back trainer of the years. If I was to say one, I think Freddie Roach will probably be that one. If I'm not mistaken, I think Freddie Roach will be the one that got a back-to-back, and maybe a Teddy Atlas, Emmanuel Stewart type shit. But I don't think we've seen a back-to-back trainer of the year in ages. Me personally, I don't remember. Um, I like. I just yeah. I'm gonna say like once again, we win some, we lose some. That's part of the game. Everybody that think B&B is taking L's, hey, that's that. Hey, that it come. What do y'all want us to say about it though? What we supposed to do? Yeah, I will agree. Yeah, we nigga got knocked the fuck out in 14 seconds. But what y'all didn't say was, damn, that motherfucker fought his ass off for 10
No,
rounds.
this is a indirect way of trying to take shots at Bud.
Yep.
See, just the weird shit that niggas do. Like when you dislike a fighter, and he did what he did to the nigga that you picked to win. You still hate on this nigga, and you find a way to hate on this nigga by any means necessary. You start hating on his coaches, and you start hating on the fighters that his coaches coach. You start hating on his family situation. You start trying to pick and choose. You start hating. Like, this is reaching and grasping for straws. We're not talking about this man in the ring and what he's done because you can't. He's undefeated. Every time you bet against him, you lost. So now you're grasping and reaching for anything you can to give you something to talk about. That's all it is. Niggas try to troll and oh man, B&B, y'all just be crashing out. Y'all ain't got no discipline. Y'all ain't got no. Listen, boxing has been, for lack of a better word, an individual sport for as long as I know. It's not a team sport. It's not like football. It's not like basketball. It's a team sport in the sense of you build the individuals from your camp, your coaches, and all of that around you like a teammate. Y'all become a family. But when you get in that ring, when you step between them ropes in that squared circle, ain't nobody else in there but you. It's man, it's mano y mano, man versus man. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, we can't keep trying to attribute everybody else to one individual, bro. We can't do that. Like,
let's go here too. Let's go here. When you talk about Team BNB, it's a family. So I'm going off of what happened earlier. I'm not gonna break it down and let everybody know, but when people talk about BNB, matter of fact, can I do this real quick? I'm just gonna show you. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what happens when you talk about BNB.
Who the hell is Mr. Gooch? Mr. Gooch to you? Man, I'm not even gonna spend too much time on nobody named Gooch. The man is named Mr. Gooch. Like, I don't even know what you want me to do with that. Who the hell is Mr. Gooch? Like, who do y'all send for me? Like, please let me know this. Mr. Gooch. Block JJ.
Y'all know about Omaha. Y'all see that fighting Bud, nigga? That fight's all around Omaha. Like Bud tell you, that's how he grew up. Youngin grew up in these streets, just like I did. Just like a lot of these cats around here. A lot of these cats is loyal though. So when you talk shit, or you discredit one of ours, brother, yeah, the dogs come out, and we coming out to bite.
And one of my guys, he got his head bit off tonight, nigga. Nigga, somebody let that little pit bull off. That little pit bull went in, nigga. I think that little pit bull is still like trying to go. So when you do talk, just know when you do talk crazy about BNB, like some of you cats do, and I have a whole crew. Some of my pit bulls gonna bite. So tread lightly sometimes when y'all come around with this narrative of we taking L, so Bud's gonna take an L. Watch how y'all say. Watch how y'all say that B&B and Bomac ain't that one. Cause you got a whole lot of kids here that don't play about B&B. And we seen that today. I seen it. Hey, I'm just gonna let you guys know, man. Shout out to my guy, Pop a Lot of Smoke, man. Y'all go subscribe, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Eat Thriller, y'all go like, subscribe. B-Mac, once he come back, go like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? True Media Podcast, my guy, WCS. Man, y'all go like and subscribe to all my guys, man. We out here. And I'm probably charging to my heart, not my mind, if I'm missing some of you guys. I will be try to come back this week. My week is a little hectic, but we're gonna try to come back this week. Do another show. In the future, I don't like to tell people, but I'm telling y'all this. In the future, I'm going to do one of my shows is going to be the face-offs of Canelo Alvarez last 4 or 5 fights compared to the face-off of Terence Crawford 3 face-offs. Because that intensity, that look, that dog of a man named Terence Crawford came out that second presser, and to where if y'all looked at it, even when who did he slap? Who did he slap? Was it Caleb? Was it Conor Ben or Caleb Plant? Who am I thinking of? Who did Canelo slap? He pushed the shit out of him and then slapped him.
He slapped Caleb Plant.
Okay, Caleb Plant. Okay. After that fight, after that little commotion, Canelo energy wasn't the same as when he pushed Terence Crawford. When that man pushed Terence Crawford, when they came back and faced off, that nigga was in fight stance. That nigga, he was like, nigga, you're not go, hey, because he know Buzz a street fighter. So he came off like, nigga, really, he came off to me when he went fighting stance to me. He came off like I done fucked up, didn't I? People say Turkey talk Bud into doing it. But Gooch gonna tell you, nah. Bud just explained it to y'all, and Bud just explained it to y'all. That why when he whoops on y'all favorite fighters, he love the look on their face of disappointment. He loves the look of y'all face of disappointment. He loves. I'm about to when I get we need to go, Kim. We need to get together. Go down to B&B and show Bomac and Bud and them the video of Q damn near crying when Earl lost. We need to show them how disappointed they had these these Earl Spence fans. We need to show them how they had these guys in tears and why they are forever hated. We need to show B&B that we need to we need to they need to humble themselves because and be quiet and take whatever they say because they tired of getting their favorite fighters. They tired of getting their favorite fighters beat up and losing money the way they losing money. Who the hell is this? Oh shit. Ken, you got any final words?
Man, keep it boxing. Leave the personal shit out of it. I don't give a fuck what a nigga doing in their personal life as long as it's not affecting their performance in the ring. Long as they ain't doing nothing illegal, bringing nothing illegal to the sport, doing steroids, none of that weak ass shit. Keep the sport clean, keep it pure. Man, keep the bullshit out the way, man. I don't give a fuck who somebody fucking, who they fucked, who you seen them having lunch with. I don't care about none of that shit, bro. Keep it boxing. Talk about what they doing in the ring. Talk about how they win it, if they win it. If you think they gonna win, how you think they gonna win. Technique. You niggas ain't said shit about a jab, a hook, a uppercut, a cross, a check hook, a body shot. You niggas ain't saying nothing about none of that. Y'all talking about who you seen him at lunch with. Oh, I seen him walking with somebody, and it wasn't his baby mama. Looked like they was having lunch. Niggas is weird. I don't fuck about that shit, bro. Keep it boxing.
And that's
It ain't
why
nothing that's dire or detrimental to the sport. Man, don't nobody want to hear that weak ass shit. Keep it boxing. Let the personal shit go. Y'all leave that to the women in the goddamn beauty salon and shit. That ain't even barbershop talk, G. What we doing?
that part, bro. Keep it, yeah. Yeah. So with all this extra stuff, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Over here, we keep it a buck. Over here, we just try to let you guys know. And I just showed you the video. Disrespect mine. Disrespect my seed, bro. I'm gonna let the pit bulls out on you. And some of y'all, it ain't disrespect. No, it's disrespect when we're trying to tell you something that you motherfuckers don't know nothing about. And then y'all want to stand 10 toes down. When y'all want to debate us and we tell y'all what's the real, and then we lose the debate, but yet still what we say is true. But y'all want to stand 10 toes down. Man, come on, fellas. Come on. Like, for real. So once again, just know that we don't talk this shit just to be talking this shit. We talk this shit because we know this shit. And if we don't know this shit, we got somebody from the camp that know this shit. So we gonna get you gonna get your answer. Hands down. Hands down. You gonna get your answer. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be on later on this week. I wanna my next cook session wanna be on the face-offs. Because I'm gonna show y'all the difference, the look in Bud's eyes, and the look in Charlo's eyes, the look in Berninga's eyes, the look in Mankia's eyes. Just look at some of these cats' eyes. Skull didn't even have that fire. We're gonna keep the game. We're gonna check it out. I might open a panel this week. I don't know yet. I'm really about to deviate from open panels for a while because I got other stuff and it takes a lot of time. So with that being said, anything else, Cam?
Nah, man, y'all know what's up with me. Booty Swang is available on all streaming platforms.
That part.
Sick and Tired is available on all streaming platforms.
That part.
You know, catch me on all the Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. I'm on all of that shit. Follow me. I might follow you back. I don't know.
That part. Well, man, one love. Like I said, I will be on later on this week. Now don't call me on the day, but man, y'all keep it like you said. Keep it boxing, but watch what you say, cause I'm gonna pull up. You say the wrong thing, I'm gonna pull up, and I'm gonna check your ass, and I'm gonna bring receipts. Once again, man, one love. Shout out to J Knot, little J Knot, Big J as we call him. Boom, boom. The apostles is in the building. Kim the Baptist, man. Keep doing what you do, man. One love to everybody. Pop a lot of smoke. WCS, B Mag, E Thriller. Who am I missing? Coach Malachi. Man, y'all go like and subscribe to all these guys, man. Bodyworks Boxing, all these guys, man. Y'all go hard, like and subscribe to these guys, man. One love, one love, one love.
One love. 4 letters, 1 word.
Yeah. One word. Oh, damn. I hate when I do that. My bad, fellas, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Goose to you. Mr. Goose to you. And I'm with my guys, Sugar J the Wise One and Kim the Baptist.
Yes,
and we are the apostles of the youth boxing community. And we're bringing It's Boxing to You.
It's the apostles and we come to lay of hands. Half step, weave the jab, uppercut, pick up your mans. It's Pastor Gucci Cam, Sugar J the Wise Man. We bring them to the light, make these haters understand. Northside is where I stand. Nebraska, that's the land. We cancels out the jab from a southpaw stance. We beat the competition, knock it out with either hand. And we drop the link, so come and kick it with your fam. And we drop receipts, so keep your sources on hand. If you can't confirm that this facts, you spread propaganda. Make sure you hit the like when you subscribe to the channel. One love to the playback gang and the panel. It's boxing to you.
It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. Represent the 402. Being Terence Crawford, that's what we do. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. What it do? Represent that 402. Terence Crawford, BNB, yeah, that's what we do. Y'all know who it is. It's the Goose to you. Mr. Goose to you. They said we weren't gonna do it, Cam. They said we weren't gonna last in this bit.
but we here. The apostles of the YouTube boxing community. We laying hands on their ass. Y'all see what it is. We got Young Sugar J.